Hey everyone, this is Shepard, continuing the Let's Play of Monster Hunter 4. Gonna finally man up a little bit. I'm gonna take on the Gore Margala, aka Gore Margala, depending on how you want to translate it at this point. And I decided to be a little brave. I wanted to try it first with the Sword and Shield. Certainly a little bit more difficult, certainly because I'm not even using the Sleep Bomb Sword and Shield. But I figured if we're going to do them, may as well have at least a challenge for the first run around. And because this is an urgent quest, I am getting cheered on by some of the people from the village. And so for those of you that have been following the story along at all, this guy's been kind of going around, causing all sorts of problems, terrorizing creatures and whatnot, and he seems to possess a certain attribute which is affecting the other monsters, and we've been requested to take him out in order to stop the spread of it. His Wyvern virus. I probably could have picked a much better weapon than this to showcase against him, but if I'm brave enough, it should be okay. And that's actually not a terrible weapon. Keeps us fairly mobile, which is good because Gore Margala really telegraphs his attacks. It's pretty easy to avoid most of them if you're mobile enough. Just gonna go ahead and pop a little power first. We're gonna need it. Okay, so he's mad. This is actually a huge moment in the game because once you take him out, you kind of unlock a ton of really, really good weapons in the game. You can kind of go down the list of the reasons why his weapons are good. They all have good raw damage. They all have good sharpness. They all have good affinity. They all do dragon damage. Which is, you know, really the case of almost every flagship monster, which he is, of course. Only monster, let's try and think of monsters that didn't have very good weapons. I guess Tigrex wasn't that great from Freedom 2. Just plain old vanilla. High raw, low affinity. I wonder if he'll chase me down here. If he does, that'd actually be kind of nice. Could jump on him. Let's see if we can do that. Gonna need it. Oh no, he jumped back up again. What a scumbag. Oh, okay. This is how it's gonna be. Can't be easily done. Now the main question is, will I be good enough to combo off his horns? Well, I at least got his head broken. Major thing I say to myself when I'm using the sword and shield is, am I attacking? If I'm not attacking, why am I not attacking? You don't really have to commit a lot of your resources to each individual thing you do. I guess the only downside is, of course, having to sharpen. Oh, the convenient time for him to run away. We'll go ahead and grab the shiny, because we actually need those very badly. Alright, do a little healing. Probably even pop another power seed. I'm sure it's been 3 minutes. Major hope is, I know we got the face break, but I'm not quite certain whether or not I broke the horn. Be good to cut the tail too, though. Is he? I don't really know what he's doing. It's getting a little weird. Who, like, wants to be the king of that hill over there? It's like, okay, dude, like, I'm not gonna fight you. Okay. So this is something I want to prevent. We do not want to become virus. It affects us very badly. I'm bad enough at the game without having the luxury of additional healing when necessary. Alright, let's see if we can aim for the tail a little bit. Oh, I hate that. That could have been really bad. Even that was kind of bad, just taking that hit face first. Oh. Well, he's still got his horns. Except now he doesn't. That was a reasonable use. Pitfall trap. Where is it? Oh, there's the tail. And he's probably about ready to be ridden again, too. I tried to block that, that did not work. Alright, I'm looking at the landscape and I'm trying to figure out, can I ride him? And I jumped at him and at worst really bad time. Oh, well, there's the tail at least. Yeah, you gotta be really careful of that attack. Ground smash attack, that's the scariest attack he has. Outside of his explosion attack, which is also really scary. He does them both in a row. Alright, at the same time we want to sharpen too. Right, there we go. Charges back and he'll distract him for a second. Alright, that worked out. Alright, knocked him out of his rage again. You'll notice you can break the horns and still not have the face broken. They're kind of like two different states. They're not inclusive of each other. Okay, let's get that tail too. Feeling okay. Feeling strong. No. Going to Area 8's probably a little bit faster. Getting a little nervous on my potion count. I'll try one of these. Alright, well, I've broken up basically everything that I want to break. I mean, the main thing for me is the tail and the horn. You see I broke his face. Well, that's broken. Probably want to be a little careful. I'm running a little low on life. He's reasonably close here as well. Kind of a weird path they take. Get a little bit closer. Ah, there we go. I was able to kind of, well, what? Oh, I was able to get the ride off anyways. How lucky. Get the speed grade, get a lot of extra damage. I'll be able to trip him too. I think that was the closest I've ever seen it and still been able to get it off. He's ready for capture. Alright, so he's going to go to area 9? It's an area up here. He sleeps. Even though you wouldn't think he sleeps, he does sleep. And I'll probably just go straight for the capture. I forget if his horn is a capture reward or not, but I think he's got a plate too, and I think it's probably better to get a capture for that than for a kill. And so this took a little bit more than 10 minutes. Part of it was me going for parts, part of it was probably me just being bad. There's really not a good choice for Sword and Shield at this point, outside of this weapon, and Sleep Bombing. Here. Oh, there we go, that'll work. Okay. That's Mr. Gore Margala. I'll be fighting him 6 more times. Well, many more than 6 times. I'll be making all of his weapons and all of his armor. It's going to take a long time. That's okay. Got plenty of time. Wow, look at all these rewards. I think that's the horn there. That's a horn as well. These are claws. Yeah, 12 minutes 40 seconds, not bad for a non-sleep rounding sword run without the proper element. And this is going to open up a new area to us, or at least it should, but we're probably going to hold off on that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it's not going to force us to move. Let me just go back to Cat Town, because we're going to be doing the next 6 parts for Gore before we start advancing the quest line, I know. Okay, so here we are. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, another part.